Hello, this is Brandy.
Hey, this is your man Dave. What's up, guys?
Welcome to episode 14 of Relationships and Family Matters.
Yes.
We're already up to 14, Dave.
14.
Our,
1-4.
Our podcast is a teenager.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's,
oh, man,
it's
gosh,
scary.
I guess that is scary.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I would like to pose a question, and today's question is, what is a successful relationship? What does that look like to you, in your opinion?
So what constitutes a relationship?
Fancy words.
A
successful relationship.
That really depends on, I would say, the couple. I don't think outsiders really don't have a say in what's considered a successful relationship or not.
I agree.
I know there was a movie star.
A movie star. Okay.
Well, it was a star.
A celebrity.
A celebrity,
okay.
Celebrity. And they got divorced, and they both said they had a successful marriage.
Now, who was this? Because I have no idea who you're talking about.
I can't remember exactly, but
that helps.
It was I guess it was a top tier.
Okay.
Actor.
And they got divorced, but they said they had a successful.
And that's
so
been
why'd
maybe,
they get divorced?
That
What was the
maybe 4 or
explanation?
5 years ago. I can't remember exactly what it was. It wasn't a huge dispute or anything. Didn't go in the gutter when some divorces can really get ugly. Mm-hmm. But they said they had a successful marriage. So do you think all marriages to be successful have to end in death? I mean, that's basically.
Wow. Okay. Do marriages need to end in death to be successsul? Goodness.
Okay. How does a marriage end?
Let's not talk about the end then. Okay. To address your celebrity that got divorced and said they had a successful marriage.
Yes.
That's questionable to me. I would say no, you didn't, because it ended in divorce. Now, if they said, "Oh, our marriage ran its course," I hear people say that kind of stuff.
That was basically
it ran
what
its course, but
he
it's not
said.
successful. When you get divorced, the marriage has failed. That's my opinion, but I think that would be a lot of people's opinions.
I would agree,
has failed.
but you agree that I think a successful relationship is based on the two people that are involved. It's not the outside.
Right.
So
we can't judge someone else's marriage from the outside looking in.
So he said they had a successful marriage. And I was like, and when I heard that, I was like, can a marriage end in divorce and be successful?
I would say no. I don't know too many people. Oh, what do you say?
Well, you just said that the marriage or relationship ran its course.
Well, no, I said I've heard people say, our marriage has run its course, mainly in movies, though. Our marriage has run its course, and now we're getting divorced. We're going our separate ways. It's amicable.
Yeah, if they have kids involved, we're still going to co-parent.
But I don't agree that it's can be successful if it ends in divorce.
So what do you consider a successful relationship or marriage?
A successful relationship or marriage is basically a happy marriage, and when both parties agree that it's a happy marriage. Now, what do you consider happy marriage? Okay. When you're getting along, you're productive, when things are going well. But things are not going to go well all the time.
No, things are not going to go well, especially if you get married at a young age. Let's say if you're in your early 20s, mid-20s, you get married. You have to understand you're not the same person that you were 5-10 years ago. So people are going to change.
Right.
Your values going to change. Your beliefs going to change. What you thought was important is not important anymore. So successful a relationship, that's a really tough question. I don't think
it's a thought-provoking question.
Yes, I don't think someone on the outside can say that it was a failure. Well, of course, you probably can see if it was a failure. If it was a bitter divorce, they were fighting. I think
if it ends in divorce, it's a failure. Some people may not agree with me, but that's what I believe.
So what
because if it was a success, you'd still be married.
So what if a couple were married? They were married 25 years.
Yes.
And they both decided to get a divorce.
Yes.
And it was mutual. It was mutual.
Right.
And they decided to get a divorce, and they separated, and they went their both, separate ways.
Right. That's what happens when you get divorced, right?
But they said their marriage was successful.
I don't agree. I'm on the outside looking in, but it doesn't look like it was successful to me.
Okay, so it has to end. How does it have to end?
Well, I mean, yeah, you said it. It ends in death because the vow says until death do us part.
So
and that's how you're supposed to part.
So I guess what you're saying. So basically, if you're in a relationship or get married, let's say if you get married, mm-hmm. and the other person die, that was a successful marriage. No, that's
Explain that.
Okay, let's say for instance. You are with someone and the relationship has been rocky from the start. It was just very rocky. There was some infidelity. There was some alcoholism. There was some abuse, emotional abuse. But that person died.
Oh, yeah. I know a situation like that.
And you cannot say that that marriage was successful.
Right. I agree with you 100%. You can't say that. So
I guess my point is, how do a person or a society define a successful relationship or marriage?
I think it's very objective
or subjective.
Okay,
I
think it's a matter of opinion,
yes.
And it's really not. Honestly, it's not a question I believe anyone can answer.
No, I don't think. I think it's up to the both people parties that are involved,
right, to
say we had a great successful relationship. We had a great relationship or marriage or whatever.
Right.
So I think it's up to the two individuals to give an account of how that relationship went.
I mean, you hear about people, and I guess you don't want me naming names, but, married, I'm not talking about people we know, but people that were married for 29, 30 years and got divorced.
Yes, we know a lot of people. We know one very close.
Well, I was talking about celebrities.
I'm talking about an organization that I'm in that were married for probably almost close to 40 years. And they got a divorce.
That's a long time to be married and get divorced. But and on the outside looking in, you may think, why get divorced after so many years?
That's on the outside.
But then on the inside, the person, one of the people or both may be thinking, I've done it for 40 years. I can't do it another 5 years. Life's too short to keep doing this.
Okay. Did they have a successful relationship?
No.
Why do you say that, Brandy?
Because it ended in divorce. And the people I was thinking of was Al Gore and Tipper Gore. They were married for years.
They were married for over 40 years, too.
And they decided to get divorced. Was it successful? Hey, well, maybe it was successful for 30 years. And then it went downhill.
On the 31st year?
Yes. Then it went downhill. And one of them or both of them said, hey, let's not do this anymore. It's not healthy. It's not good. Well, I'm sure the kids were grown by then.
There's another person, Bill Gates, got divorced.
Oh, yes, Bill Gates.
He got divorced. I think they were like 30-something. I can't remember exactly.
Yes, they were married a long time.
But something like that happens. If they told me if Al Gore or Bill Gates said, hey, we had a successful marriage, I would be very hesitant to say, no, you did not.
Okay. Well, they could have had a successful, happy marriage for 29 of those years, or for a large majority of those years, and then something happened. Maybe somebody was unfaithful, or somebody just changed, and things that happen.
Okay, let me say this. I know we have our listener audience have dated someone. They had a great relationship. They just kind of grew apart a little bit. It was nothing that it was a bad relationship. They just kind of split. Was that successful?
Now you're getting real deep. I don't
I mean, because
if I
sometimes
would
sometimes you
consider
can
that.
date a girl or a guy, and y'all dated, y'all just kind of separate, but y'all still friends.
Oh, okay. You trying to tell me something about
No,
your,
I'm just
okay.
saying sometimes you can still be
You
friends.
can grow apart, yes. You can grow
So
apart.
is that considered unsuccessful or successful?
I would say neither. It was a mutual split, more than likely, maybe. No?
So you're sustaining from answering the question? No, I think
Abstaining.
excuse me. I think that you could have a successful relationship without it ending with, so if you're married, death. And sometimes even if you get a divorce, it could have been successful.
Okay.
Those two people
okay.
just decided to, our relationship just, they were dating for 10 years or whatever, and they decided to split. So
All right. That's real deep, Dave. I want to talk about something more fun and
okay,
exciting.
what do you have on your membrane?
I love to travel, and you know this. I will spend
So
my
you're
last.
pivoting to travel.
I want to talk about travel because that's just something I enjoy. I will spend my last dollar probably on traveling. I need
wouldn't do that.
I need to do better, but yes, book a trip. I will do it. So yeah, I'm trying to do better. I promise. I am. Financial advisor, husband of mine. I am trying to do better, cutting back other places because we do have several trips planned. I've been a lot of places this year. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Miami, or we've been to Miami. Girls' trip was great. Girls' trip, let me back up to that. It's an easy trip when you go with friends. It's easy to book.
And let me ask you, since we're on traveling, do you think it's good for a couple to have a guy's trip and a girl's trip? Since we're on travel, that's kind of relationship driven.
I think we talked about this before, and I think it's good. It's good to have
Healthy?
friends. Yeah, I think it's healthy as long as you're doing healthy things and not doing.
What do you mean healthy things?
Well,
what is healthy
not
things?
doing the Kevin Hart when you get to Vegas. I don't know if you know about what he was doing. I think they had him on video. But yeah, I have some girlfriends. They're bright, intelligent women and
professional women.
Like-minded. Yes, so. Yeah, it was a good trip to go and get away for a little bit, enjoy some girl time, some shopping.
So what if you have a significant other, dating or marriage, that don't allow their spouses or to go anywhere? Well, how do you feel about that?
You're killing this traveling.
No, this is still a relationship. So what do you think about
It depends.
Do you think it's fair to that person?
I can't speak on that.
No, I'm talking about the person that is not allowed to travel by themselves. Because some people are like that.
It's hard for me to. I would hate to think that a individual that is an adult is not allowed to do something. So yeah, you're killing this vibe, Dave.
Okay, go ahead with the
talk
travel.
about one of my favorite topics.
Okay, tell me what's on your mind.
But what I was saying about the girls' trip, it's an easy trip when you go just yourself and not your whole immediate family. Booking the trip was so easy because I booked the flight, and then one of my girlfriends booked the condo that we stayed in, and then another one bought the concert tickets that we got. So that was an easy trip to take, but when we take trips as a family, it's a lot more complicated.
Yes, because you're looking at 4 people versus 1.
Yes, it's a lot more expensive and a lot more complicated.
With the family, right?
Yes,
okay.
But it's fun nonetheless. I'm not complaining. Of course, we went to Miami, last month? I found a condo right on the beach. It was really nice. And I was going to ask you, what do you think about using a travel agent versus booking it yourself? I know back years ago, I'm sorry, that was my phone. Back years ago, people used travel agents all the time.
Well, travel agencies were very big, probably in the 80s and 90s, when people start traveling a lot more. Because, for Americans, flying was a luxury back in the day. Only business people and wealthy people kind of flew. But now everybody flies. You have those budget airlines. You got
the budget airlines.
You got the mediocre airlines. You got the high end airlines.
That's true though.
So people don't dress up like they used to. When you get on a plane, so they can go in house shoes now. All like, oh Lord have mercy. But some people don't know how to dress when they go out the house. But what was your question?
OMG, you do that a lot.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
All right, you heard it here.
I got off on a tangent about
people. He sure
people.
did. And does he not do that often? Yes, he does. I asked you about travel agents. And
I'm
people
sorry.
still use travel agents today.
No, I think most people go on because we have so much.
You
technology.
got distracted because my phone started ringing.
Yes, we got so much technology at our fingertips. So a lot of people use their phones to book trips. They don't really use a travel agent. I'm not saying that they're not useful out there, especially if you travel overseas. Like we have a trip plan for next year overseas. Travel agencies are great for that because they'll kind of tell you the do's and don'ts and where not to go and all that places. But I would say most people do not use travel agency anymore.
Right. I feel like they're kind of few and far between right now. Yeah,
because they used to be on
we
on
do
corner.
Have AAA. I mean, I don't
AAA does.
And they do some travel. I book almost all of our trips, and you probably don't realize the amount of time and research that goes into booking trips. Now, the flight's pretty easy. We usually want to leave early, want to leave home early, and we usually want to fly back home in the early afternoon so we don't have to get up too early.
Sure.
But I usually use, VRBO, which is Vacation Rentals by Owner. I have a tip, though.
Tell me about
Airbnb.
Do you like VRBO?
I like VRBO, but you have to do your research. And I tell people, read the bad reviews. You want to read the good reviews just to get a good feel. Yes, we like the location. That's not going to change. But read the bad reviews.
Well, make sure if you see a bad review and it's consistent, you're seeing the same thing over and over. So you have to be concerned about that.
Take it with a grain of salt. If they're complaining because there was no,
toilet paper,
frying pans, and there wasn't enough laundry soap, I take that with a grain of salt. I'm not worried about that, really. But if it's major things like
security,
pool, dirty, unsafe, things like that. And I had to write a review that wasn't great recently just because it needed updating. And the pictures, when I looked at the pictures, they looked pretty good. Chances are they took these pictures about 15, 20 years ago when the furniture was new.
Yes, they always take the pictures when they just bought the new furniture. They take the picture, and those pictures stay out there for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, the location, the view, everything else was nice. The neighborhood was nice. Really can't complain too much. I did also want to, we travel domestically quite a bit. We do plan to travel internationally soon. But just for folks that are planning to get back out there and travel internationally.
Well, we've done some international trips before.
Caribbean, things like that. I'm talking about going to Europe next year.
Over the big pond?
Yes, passports. People may not realize not only does it take a long time.
Okay, what is a long time for our audience?
Okay, I renewed your passport and mine recently. Mm-hmm. It took about 3 months this is a renewal, not a brand new passport. We renewed about 3 months. I'm going to do the kids soon. But I would say a family of 4 in the United States for a passport, expect to spend about $600.
Wow.
Yeah.
$600, that's a lot of money.
It is. It is. I wasn't expecting
that.
For
a family of 4?
A family of 4 expect to pay $600 because, and that's for the passport book.
Now tell me how long does those passport last?
They last for 10 years if you're over 16.
So what if you're under that?
5.
So
our
5
kids had them. Yes, our kids had them. They expired 5 years later. But if you look at their passports, you'll see why. Because Jasmine has missing teeth, and JV, he doesn't look like that anymore.
Yeah. So if you have someone that's under 16 years old, the passport will last for 5 years.
5 years.
And if you're above that, it lasts for 10.
If you're 16 and above,
16
10
and above, 10 years. So for our listener audience, that's something to think about.
It was.
Just wait till they're
definitely-
16. You have to worry about it.
Well, unless you're going to travel sooner, I would go ahead and get them.
Yeah.
But get them ahead of time. Don't plan a trip 3 months from now, 4 months from now, and don't have passports. Because I don't know.
Excuse me.
I don't know how long it takes if you're not renewing. It took 3 months to renew.
So if you're brand new, how long would that process
I
take?
don't know. I think they're saying it's on the website, but I think they're saying allow at least 3 to 6 months.
Wow.
But they had a backlog because when
COVID.
COVID hit, nobody was traveling hardly internationally, and they didn't need all these passport people. But now
They laid them off. That's right.
they
And
laid people off,
now
and
they're
now
kinda
they're like
bringing them back,
struggling.
trying to keep up with
Exactly.
the demand.
And one more thing I wanted to mention, Dave.
Yes.
Okay, our last trip was to Miami. I want to give our folks a little tip about what not to do. Do you remember what you did?
Miami?
Miami.
What
We
did I
flew
do?
from Tennessee to Atlanta. It was super early, so we were looking for breakfast. We looked at our
I
printed
know.
tickets, and I also have the app on my phone, but I like for them to print the boarding passes.
Yes, I do. Now go ahead and tell the scenario.
Okay, so we landed in Atlanta, and our gate, we'll say it was gate 13.
Okay.
C13. So we headed to C13 based on what was on my phone and what was on the printed boarding passes. So Dave and the kids got breakfast one place. I was going other places to look for breakfast. I walk over to the gate where they had been sitting for a while, and guess what? They were sitting at the wrong gate.
Hey, you said 13C.
I sure did say 13C, but did you know we were going to Fort Lauderdale, Miami when we were traveling, Dave?
But you have to understand, you specifically gave me directions for
OMG.
13C. So
But
I went.
if it says Colorado, you don't plant yourself there and wait to
But
find
you have
out.
to understand, guys we're when you give us an assignment, that's what we're going to do.
Okay, I'm going to give
said
you an assignment after this.
13C, and we went to 13C. But you do have to understand, those gates change periodically.
We were within about 30, 45 minutes of leaving, so it would have changed by then. It usually changes about an hour before.
That was my fault. We were going to miss, so we had to gather our things and run to the gate.
Oh my goodness. We didn't have time to get on the train. This is Hartsville International Airport.
One of the world's busiest, and we were hustling.
Busiest.
Big
I
time.
haven't run like that in years, but we just did make it. Don't
Yeah,
you think
'cause-
we just did make
Yes,
it?
because they're already boarded.
They
were
were
just
all sitting on the plane, and here we come.
stragglers.
And then, thank you. We made it just in time.
You're welcome, Brandy.
Oh, no, I'm not thanking you.
Oh, why not? Okay, I'm sorry.
Thanks to Brandy, we made it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dave, love to travel. It's been fun. Episode 14.
Thank you guys for listening. Always call in, or you can email us at any time.
Call us at 615-930-1251 or email us at brandyanddavidpodcast@gmail.com. Dave, it's been fun.
It's been fun. Peace out, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.